It's July 18, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am going out right after 4 hours of rain. We got about 6/10 of rain between 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock today, and most of it in the last hour and a half. And we are consequently pretty wet right now. I'm on my way over just to see how things went aboard Tortuga. And on my way, I think I'm going to take a look at what the Diehards are doing in Acadia National Park today. So let's go do some checking. Well, I just drove by the entrance to Acadia National Park on Lighthouse Road, and looking down the road toward the lighthouse, I was thinking of going down there, but I could see that only about 100 feet down the road the cars were backed up, and there was a park ranger sitting there at the park entrance, just I think getting ready to start limiting traffic into the lighthouse. So I chose not to go. So instead, we're just going to head over toward the seawall part of the park and take a look at how many Diehards there are hiking the Ship Harbor and Wonderland trails today. Again, it stopped raining about 20-25 minutes ago, and it rained 6/10 of an inch this morning. So everything is sopping wet. Both of those trails probably have water pooled on them, and we'll just see how busy everything is. Well, I just entered Acadia National Park, and I'll be at the Ship Harbor Nature Trail in about a minute or less, and we'll see how it looks in terms of people hiking on the soggy, wet trail today. Actually, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 cars. So 7 Diehards. I think most of the people right now are attempting to drive down to the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse rather than hike the Ship Harbor Trail. And we'll be at Wonderland in just a minute. It's about 200 yards from Ship Harbor to Wonderland. See what it looks like there. Whoa. Well, it looks like if you don't mind wading through some of the puddles, you can have Wonderland almost to yourself. There's one car and the lights are on, so I suspect the person is not yet headed out. Either that or they just got back and are trying to dry out. Okay, we'll take a look at Seawall, and then I'm going to head on over to Southwest Harbor. Here we are at Seawall. Let's loop over into the picnic area and see what's going on. And it's a bit of mist here, which wasn't evident earlier in the drive. Maybe fog? No, not foggy. Just mist blowing in off the ocean. And right now we have 4 cars in this part of the picnic area. I'm going to turn around by pulling up here. See, the tide is part way out at this time, so you can see the ocean out there. A lot choppier than it was yesterday, but still not rough. Yesterday it was glass calm when I went over to Northeast Harbor aboard Tortuga. Okay, let's head over into the other part of the picnic area. So 4 cars here. More people here than at Wonderland, and about the same number as there were at Ship Harbor. Though, even though it's 1:40 right now, I doubt too many people are picnicking out here given how wet it is. I think they just came over to have a look at the ocean. And this guy seems to have decided it's okay to just stop in the road. Well, typical tourist just decided to stop blocking the road rather than pull into one of the parking spots 20 feet away. But so altogether, I've seen 6 cars down here, and here comes the 7th, and there's an 8th up ahead. So it's pretty popular down here. People just go, that's a park ranger. People are just coming here to have a look at the ocean. I think they're not gonna sit on a wet picnic table bench for a picnic. Partly because, in addition to being kind of misty over here, it is 59 degrees today. So, wind is apparently off the ocean. And here we come to seawall proper and see if anybody is here. Yeah, looks like there are a few people who've come just to go out on the rocks and have a look at the ocean. I can understand that. When I first came to Mount Desert Island, I came over here and did the same thing. 4 cars here. So not too many cars altogether. 5 and about 15 or 16. So today is a good day at this point, if you don't mind a little mist and a relatively cool temperature, to come on over to the seawall part of Acadia National Park, because there are very few people here at 1:44 on Sunday afternoon. Okay, I'll pick it up when we get into Southwest Harbor. Well, here we are at the Manset side of Southwest Harbor, just east of the Manset Town Dock. We're looking east out the eastern way. I can see 4 boats flying spinnakers out there. Those would be the Northeast Harbor Fleet out for a race on a fairly dramatic looking day. And now we look toward the hills of Mount Desert Island. I think they're kind of pretty today with the clouds blowing over them after the rainstorm dumped a bunch of moisture and wisps of moisture coming off the hills as we look toward the entrance of Somme Sound. Now let me change position a little and we'll look a little bit more northwest. We're looking pretty much north right now. Well, here we are at the Manset Town Dock, looking kind of north-northwest out over the moored boats. East winds today, so the harbor always gets a little bit choppy, and kind of dramatic views of the clouds and wisps of low-lying cloud blowing over the hills to the north and west of Southwest Harbor. And a few locals who don't mind the rain. Take another look back the other way toward the hills of Mount Desert Island again. And you can just start to see the top of Cadillac Mountain over there as the clouds blow past it. Here we are at the Great Harbor Marina at the west end of Southwest Harbor, looking east. There is a sort of east-northeast wind in here today, so keeping the temperature down around 60 degrees, since that's about the water temperature out there in the Great Harbor. And you can see those boats that were on the spinnaker run coming in the eastern way are now in the Great Harbor. I hope you can pick them up, and they're pretty far out. And they're about the only boats that are out today. I'm at the top of the ramp down to the marina, and you can see that in anticipation of the weather today, a number of larger boats came in. There's a big black boat with a gray cabin house on the end of Sea Dock. Then there's a 130-foot antique motor yacht right at the end of the side tie there, and what looks like about a 140-foot motor yacht just inside of that big blue hull with the white upperworks. It really shows you the difference between a modern or more modern motor yacht and an old 1930s motor yacht of about the same vintage in terms of how tall the boats are. Okay, time to walk over to Tortuga, which is over there near the end of the crossdock, and see how it came through the rain. Well, I'm over at the intersection of the crossdock, D dock, and C dock. And we'll look out here, you can see the big boats that are here, and this is the only empty space in the whole marina. There's room for about a 100-footer right here, but that's it. Other than that, the marina is full today. Kind of a dreary gray day, but other than that, it's not too bad. A little chilly. Ocean temperatures in the upper 50s, which is why it's only about 59 to 60 degrees today with the wind off the ocean. Here I am aboard Tortuga. Nice and cozy in here. You can see where the rain has blown against all the windows. Mostly on the east and north side, indicating that the wind was northeast. And it's relatively calm, although there is a bit of a swell working in from the east that I can just feel. But it's cozy in here. Without the wind, it's fairly comfortable. There's just enough solar heat to keep the boat warm and cozy, which it makes being aboard on a day like this quite pleasant. Well, despite what the radar said that the storm was over, it's raining pretty hard again. And you can hear it beating down on Tortuga. And see the rainwater outside. So anyway, the boat seems to be riding out the storm pretty well. I'm just going to check the batteries, and then as soon as this rain lets up, I think I'm going to head home. Okay, the rain seems to be slackening, so I think I can probably get back up to my car without getting too wet. So I'm going to call this video finished. Thanks for watching.